Welcome to the weekly roundup on SA Footballer TV. Tommy Javor here with the Luke Hosey. Welcome, Hose.
How are you, TJ? Right, mate?
Good, mate. Good live call on the weekend, wasn't it, Glenunga?
Yeah, it was. It was really good. You obviously couldn't be there. You were playing. But we had Sean and Diff Jacobson and Benny Spencer from Glenunga who come along, and they were really good.
I'm sure it wasn't the same without me, but nonetheless, well done, boys. And congratulations to Glenunga, who've moved into Division 4.
Yeah,
Let's get on to Division 7 time, though, because we've said goodbye to our good friend Wayne Knowles as Mitchell Park. They've gone down on the weekend at Mitchell Park.
See you, Nosey.
He's been reappointed, though. It was Mitchell Park 10-5-65. No match for Tea Tree Gully, 13-12-90. A 25-point win there to Tea Tree Gully. Hose, tell us who are the stars for Tea Tree Gully.
Yeah, for Gullies, the best players were Coates, Talbot, Richter, Thompson and Kropich. And the goal kickers, Daniels, who's an absolute gun, kick 4, Nosh kick 2, Kropich kick 2, Formosa 2, Coates, Watson and Flynn all singles, mate.
For Mitchell Park, it was Cooper with 3, Nate McDonald with 2, and singles to 5 other players. Better players were Dienelt, Walzak, Evans, Hartman, Clark. I think they're missing a hyphen there.
Yeah, hyphen.
Flynn and Tonkin. So, all in all, not a great year for the Parkers. They'll stay in Division 7 next year, and
yeah,
Tea Tree Gully live to fight another day in the preliminary final next week.
Yeah, they're going to finish 4th. I know. Just talking to Nosey, they didn't have a great attendance last week on the Tuesday training, things like that. So he's got a lot to work with, but just needs to, the people to join into his plan as well. And all, the only way you're going to play a grand final really in any sport is everyone get the training and do the hard work. Because you don't get a prize in any sport without doing the hard work.
Absolutely. And in our other game this week, it was, of course, Adelaide Lutheran have gone through to the grand final. They will play in Division 6 next year, so well done to Kim Hillard, our good friend Mick Emmett and the boys out there.
Yeah, well done to Kim and Mick.
Yeah, down at half-time as well, they were down by 8 points. Adelaide Lutheran in the end, too good, 13-13-91, Para Hills 8-5-53. For Lutheran, it was Cowell with 5. I think that takes him to about 78 from the year without checking. They normally flash up these days in the stats.
Yeah, they do. All the stats
so I'm sure his name will flash up, and it's around 78. Just trailing Hanson, I think he is. Hawthorn kicked 3. That's Tasman Hawthorn from memory. Goodall,
he's kicked a lot of goals this year too, I think.
He kicked 12 or 11 in one game, I think. Goodall and Schofield have both kicked a couple. And Stoles now was the other goal kicker. Koenig, Hawthorn, Babolka, Cowald and Shear were the better players for Adelaide Lutheran in a win that sees them, as I said, go to Division 6. Well done to... they look like Bulldogs to me.
Yeah, they are.
Love a good Bulldog, Coach. I love a good Bulldog.
Yeah, well done to Luthies, and they went down to Division 7 this year after being relegated and straight back up. So
relegated for a couple of years in a row there, so yeah, great job. Well done.
For Para Hills, they're better players. Big Ruckman, Big Sleep, Big Terry Sleep, Evans, Thatch, Rebick and Buss. Goal kickers Paul Cree with 3, Bamford, Jai Bailey, Buss, Lees and Shane Hanson with singles. So it was that third quarter though that really got away.
Premiership quarter, 6 goals to none, and a 6 goal to none quarter in any game will generally get you alone, won't it?
Yeah, well, then they just settled in that last quarter, kicked 3-2, and but yeah, Para Hills in front at half time by 8 points, and then just got blown away a little bit in that last half, and went down by 38 points.
Yep. Well, the question now is, we're on to the main game. Geez, they're not short segments, aren't they? Prelim final this week at the Paddocks. The winner goes... Well, you'd suggest normally you'd say the winner gets promoted. We're not going to get into that whole thing again, but I think if Para Hills win, they'll get promoted. Tea Tree Gully win, they won't necessarily go.
No, that's their C and D grade, isn't it?
It certainly is.
But there's talk of sides coming in from the Southern League. Who knows? I mean, they could...
Whole nother box and dice.
Yeah, but they could come into Division 7, but
They could come into Division 3 or 4 as well, so who knows?
The ones I'm hearing, I wouldn't have thought Marion and that would come in much higher than Division 7.
I would have thought. I would have thought that it's difficult because, as you know, I'm an ex-Glenelg employee now, so I've had my finger on the pulse pretty close, but I think Marion would destroy Division 7. They've still got some good players out there.
But they don't win a game, they've got belted every week.
I think if they came into Saffel, Marion would be a reasonably strong Division 6 club. But anyway, that was...
I don't know. Really haven't seen other than...
There's good people out at the Rams, and they're Surprised that they used to be a powerhouse, didn't they? But things change, I guess. This week, host Para Hills and Tea Tree Gully. For me, it's pretty simple. If Para Hills can shut down, I reckon it'd be a bit of a shootout. If they shut down Formosa and Stevie Daniels,
You've got Wicks as well.
yeah, I think Para Hills, they should get the job done. They themselves have got a fairly potent forward line in Hanson, Cree. Oh, what's the guy that used to be fat now he's skinny and he tells everyone about it? What's that guy's name?
Not Sean Holland.
Oh, the Dutch oven.
We saw a video of that, the Dutch oven once, didn't
Well, he did. Yeah.
Upset about that.
Yeah, he needs to be careful who he insults, that guy. We've got some dirt on him.
Haven't we, Dutch?
Yeah. But, yeah, it'll be good. Again, Terry Sleep in ruck, if he can get his on-ballers first use, they should get enough supply. I think Para Hills, for mine, they've probably been arguably the best side, maybe the second best side throughout the year. I think they'll be too strong.
Momentum plays a big part in finals, though, and Para Hills, you often see a side losing that second semi-final, get beaten by the side with the momentum of that win.
Para Hills don't play South Parklands well. They were touched up early in the year, obviously touched up again in the second semi. So maybe it's just the ground. I'll tell you where they do play well, Para Hills. There'll be a huge crowd out there. Para's a really good club. They've got a community club attached there. I'm a big fan of the club and some of the people involved. So I hope they. I like Tea Tree Gully too. Don't get me wrong, but I hope they get the chocolates and they can. Certainly a few years ago they won and did 5 premierships. Hopefully they can get back to some of those good times.
You seem fairly bullish about Para Hills. I'm not so bullish. I like that momentum going into a final, but I think Para Hills might just win, but I'm not bullish about it. No.
So, yeah, we both agree Para Hills. Thanks for watching the weekly roundup of Division 7. We'll be back next week.
Thank you very much.